Okay, guys, welcome to the live session on Friday, 9:04 a.m. on the 19th of July. So, what we do on a Friday, we have a look at what the week has done and then potentially what next week could do as well. So, US 100, this is the weekly time frame. Previous week was a pin bar. We knew that we was going to potentially see a move to the downside, and that we have. We've seen a move to the downside of around about 750 pips. Now, does this mean that it's going to continue for the next week? Are we going to see a continued move all the way down to 18,450, which is the previous weekly level that we actually broke out of in May? We've literally been moving to the upside since May. Very, very good buy pressure here. So let's take a look at daily. On the daily yesterday. Now, yesterday was a little bit weird because this day, Wednesday, moved to the downside. We broke the high, fair enough. But then yesterday, we kind of had indecision. We had a lot of buyer pressure coming in at this key level here at 19,590. And we can see the indecision here. If we take a look at the hourly, the reason why I didn't get a sell on this is because we kept on getting pin bars. Now, normally, if we've got a lot of sell pressure in the market, we don't get these pin bars, right? Especially this big one here. We don't really get those, but we still continue to move to the downside. Now, today, we've already moved back down to this level. So this kind of tells me today could go long. Because usually when we break below the daily open, this is the daily open, all these lines here are daily opens. If we are above and the previous day was bearish, more than likely it's going to continue. If it's below the daily open, when the US Open happens, more than likely it's going to rise above here and close as a pin bar on the daily. So something like this. So buyers could be coming in here to push this to the upside. So today, I'm going to say buys on US 100 potentially at this key level here, 19,620 to 610. Excuse me. So that's what I'm looking for on US 100 today. I do believe because of yesterday's indecision, today could close as a pin bar as well, and we could see a move to the upside to this level to continue to move to the downside. So the overall structure will look something like this. Then head and shoulders pattern, move to the downside to the key level, which is where we broke out of previously. Also in line with the weekly uptrend. And then we see the next move to the upside. And then if we zoom out on the weekly, that makes sense, doesn't it? We had this move here. You have to have some kind of exhaustion to then continue. We've been riding up since April. No actual real big exhaustion. It's kind of about time we saw that, and then we continue to move up. So seems pretty logical when we look at it like that. So that's US 100, US 30. US 30. Bearish so far this week. Again, we broke out of all-time highs here in July. So this month, it looks as though we are going to test this high here and then continue moving to the upside. So right now, I would say, again, I'm kind of bearish on this because we were making high highs, high lows, high high. What have we done now? We've made a lower low. So more than likely, we're going to see sellers coming in today. We can see, let's go for a short here. Target the key level, 40,000 level. Before we look for a long later on. So that's what I'm looking for on US 30. Obviously, if we just absolutely break this and go to 41,120 today at the US Open, we could go to 41,500. But right now, we made a lower low, so we are looking for shorts. So that's what I'm looking for on US 30. The overall direction has changed on these because they're very extended. Yesterday and the day before saw lots and lots of sell pressure. So it makes sense that we are going to see an exhaustion in the market now. Gold. So gold did move to the downside yesterday. I did say that we are going to look for sells if we break this key level here. So that was a decent trade if you got that. But what's happening now? What is happening to gold right now? So let's just get rid of these. Let's go to the weekly. You have to go to the higher time frames in order to know what's going on. So right now, on the weekly, it looks as though 2,450 has really come in and we can't hold above this level. Overall, gold is bullish. We've just seen a little bit of a move to the downside. We have actually closed below these two levels here. So we've got sell pressure here, sell pressure here. Now that should have seen buy pressure, right? Should have seen buyers come in. But it hasn't. It's still making higher highs and higher lows though, because the low is here. So if we take a look at the flow, high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, high, still a higher low. So we could still be looking for longs here today. If we just take a look at this, we could go to the key level, say, with 2,460. Friday doesn't have that much of a range. If we just take a look at the news. So today, what do we have? We have a Fed Williams speech at 3:40. And then at 1800, we have a Fed Bostic speech. So yes, today could go long. We are looking for a bullish engulfing candle at this key level. We are at the previous high, looking for that bullish engulfing, and we close at the end of the day. More than likely, it's going to be 2,460, because if we just take a look at this key level here, 2,460, if we look at the weekly, that will make this weekly candle bullish enough to break above this key level for the next week to continue riding up. If we move down this week, or if we move down today, more than likely next week will be bearish as well. The next week after that will be bearish as well. And then we've got a head and shoulders pattern here, triple top. And then, yeah, gold actually could break below 2,280 and continue to ride down. And that could be the end of the bull run for gold. So if we do go long today, we are only looking for longs. I'm not really interested in sells. Again, it's below the daily open, so there's not really much here. Yesterday was a great trade if you got it. It was above the daily open, which is the green line. Sells are a lot better when they are above. Right now, it's below the daily open. So the best trade here will be a long to it and then a little bit above. So that is it, guys. That is it for your weekly update and your weekly kind of rundown. Looking for shorts on US 100, looking for shorts on US 30. The overall bias has gone to the downside on those, and also looking for longs on gold. And that is it, guys. Thank you, and I shall see you later on. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.